Truth Seekers, welcome back. Zach here. This video will be further proof of how the world of college and professional sports are rigged and scripted, and they are largely rigged and scripted for Las Vegas and betting purposes. A shining example of rigging proof came this past Saturday, September 3rd, 2016, the opening week of college football. Clemson defeated Auburn 19-13, but they should have defeated them 22-13. And the reason they didn't had everything to do with Las Vegas and the betting line. Clemson had to win by 8 points or more to cover the spread, which is where the majority of money was in Vegas. The majority of people bet on Clemson to cover the spread. Had Clemson kicked the field goal, the bettors would have won. But instead, they chose not to for no apparent reason other than the games being rigged and scripted. Let's look at what happened to see the definitive rigging proof. At the very end of this game, in the fourth quarter, with 40 seconds left, the down was 4th and 4. Clemson was at Auburn 17, which means if they kicked a field goal, it would have been a 34-yard long field goal, which is a gimme in the NCAA and the NFL. Had they kicked the field goal, it would have put Clemson up 9 points, which in football means the team has to score 2 times, a touchdown plus a field goal to tie or take the lead. And in the sport of football, it's pretty much impossible to score 2 times with less than 40 seconds left, which is exactly what the scenario would have been for Auburn. But because Clemson chose not to kick the field goal and instead chose to turn it over on downs, they gave the ball right back to Auburn, and Auburn had a chance to go down the field, score a touchdown, and kick an extra point, which would have given them the win. Of course, that didn't happen because the game was rigged for Clemson, but it was rigged in a way that they would not cover the spread so that Vegas would be victorious as well, which they were. And if you pay attention in the world of sports, this kind of stuff happens all the time. Sometimes it's more obvious than others, such as this. I guarantee you every single bettor was pulling their hair out and could not believe that Clemson did not kick the field goal. You know, that's how it is as a gambler. You're watching the game, you know, you're thinking, okay, they're going to kick the field goal, I'm about to get my money. And the next thing you know, you're going, what? This is what the world of sports is, and it's what amazes me that people can't see that they're scripted. I've seen it since I was a child. It's so obvious that these games are not legitimate. We're talking about people paid millions of dollars to coach, to play, who make the most boneheaded decisions that even young peewee players shouldn't make. But it happens all the time to determine the outcomes of games. I saw for decades how fake sports were, and I always laughed at the people around me who couldn't see them. What I have figured out is truly the formula for how these games are scripted. And, you know, for showing the world this knowledge for free, and this is knowledge you can make money off of, this is knowledge you can use to enlighten yourself, to empower yourself, to get yourself off of these sports that you're hooked on. You know, being hooked on sports, being a fan of a sports team, it's not good for you. Sitting on your ass watching a game on TV, there's no health benefit there. Those of you who watch sports, find something better to do with your time. Exercise, do something creative, read a book, do something to empower you. Life isn't all about being entertained. The powers that be, that's what they want your life to be about. You know, invested in their entertainment, giving your time and your energy back to them, a gang of people who have no respect for you. You know, a lot of people come to my channel and make fun of me, call me names. About each day, 100 times, it's commented that I'm a faggot because I think sports are rigged. The definition of a faggot is somebody who likes getting fucked in the ass, and that's not me. I'm someone who refuses to take it up the ass. The average American male, meanwhile, is someone who goes through this world with their head down, thinking they have no power, can't do anything about the bullshit around them, goes along with the lies, goes along with the rigged sports games, essentially living a life of taking it up the ass, which is what a faggot is. So for those of you who come here and say, I'm a faggot, you better take a good look in the mirror. Until next time, Truth Seekers.